my friends and my family. It's so delightful to spend this Tuesday with you. This is Elaine Bartlett, and this is the Purple Portal. And for over 1 year, you and I have faithfully stepped through the portal weekly, and hopefully stepping through this portal has brought you to a new position, a new platform of light and insight and hopefully healing. That was my intent, and that is the wish that I will hold for you as I go forward and as you go forward. So today I will share with you that this is the last broadcast of the Purple Portal until I am lovingly directed as to what next. Love is such an interesting phenomena. I did drive back yesterday, the past 2 days, from New Jersey, and I listened countless times to an Andrew Lloyd Webber song, Love Changes Everything. I want to say I think it was in Les Mis, I think so. And it's so true. And the first couple of lines are, love changes everything. Hands and faces, earth and sky. Love changes everything. How you live and how you die. So in this broadcast of mine for over a year, there couldn't have been more heartfelt love being beamed at each and every one of you. Interestingly, in my quest to hold the gateway, hold the portal open for each of you, portals have been held open for me and for my fearless radio station owner, Jeff. The two of us have had gateways opening for us. And it's a remarkable thing because certainly I did not understand that by my holding a gateway open, it would open gateways for me. But now that I put two and two together on a cosmic level, of course that's what happens. You cannot gift someone with love without love herself gifting you. So the portal, one of the portals that is opened in my life, well, first of all, it's a deeper and greater bond with my own nuclear family. And that's been a beautiful thing. The bond was always strong to begin with. Now it's tight. I don't know how that happened. Other than love, love stepped in. But another interesting thing that's happened, unwittingly, unsuspectingly, I was not looking for something, was stepping into the portal of actually cellular healing. And this is triggered by the new healing device that I have taken under my wings, although I will say I believe it's a she, the energy connected with the whole concept. It has taken me under her wings. So for the last 2 months, really without knowing much of what I was doing, or perhaps at times not even knowing what I was saying, because I'm not a scientist, but I am a lover. So with a heart wide open and anxious to show and tell and share, without exaggeration, I've touched in the last 2 months over 300 lives. And the miracles that I saw, one after another, actually gives me a lump in my throat. From simple things such as an actual physical sore back, sore knee, a young lady with braces who had sores in her mouth. Everything healed. Everything healed. And this is the new wave of where we are. It will be cellular healing. It will be healing through energy. It will be healing through good intention. Do no harm. We sort of lost sight of that in some of the modalities on Earth. There will be no harm. And there will be, for those who are not afraid of disruptive thinking, there will be portals opened. And this past Saturday, I hosted a very intimate core group of women because as much as I love men, honestly, from what I see, it is the women now who must gently step back into the divine feminine power and really learn to flow the energy correctly. No force, no animosity, no pressure, just learning, almost like you take your magic wand out. And for the past thousands of years, this great gift that women carry, which is their intuition and their sensitivity, it has been, well, they've been murdered for it, they've been brutalized for it, they've been pillaged for it, they've been silenced for it. But now we can step back. And now that I have a precious, valuable tool to help women and men become empowered again, that's the portal that's opened for me. And it's huge. When I saw over the weekend, well, actually over the past 2 months, when I saw women share this with their children, with their spouses, with their friends, with lovers, it was astounding. As soon as people could put down their mind and simply enjoy the energy and enjoy the wind beneath their wing, the dynamics of families changed. I can tell you I saw 2 or 3, no, more than that, a half a dozen families, whole nuclear families come together again. In joy, in strength, in healing. And I've known all of these people for many years. And the chaos and the disruption that seemed to be never ending in these families, it's now dropping away. Particularly, I smile when I hear perhaps a husband who's been indeed working very hard, but perhaps now embittered and grown into sarcasm just based on the pressures of life and the job. To hear them come home and say, yeah, let me just take 5 minutes and go work with this tool. Let me just go get on there, and then we'll have dinner. And then he's calm, and he's centered, and he's peaceful. And yes, the sore knees from too many sports and the elbows and the shoulders from too much of this, they're starting to work again. So it's a remarkable thing that I can kind of connect the dots and see it was very important for me to do this radio show. It was important for my life because it's led to a different portal. And it's been very important in your lives, whether you can recognize it or not. Some of you just will see your world differently, from a whole new perspective. One of the women that came, several times, I've known her a long time, and I'm going to give a shout-out here, a shout-out to Dawn and her husband, Patrick. Dawn had a very challenging pregnancy, to say the least. Not only a challenging pregnancy, as Dawn puts the pregnancy, she said very graciously, she's late coming to the baby party. She's a late blooming mama. She's in her 40s. So you could imagine there would be a lot of angst and hardship to get pregnant in the first place. And then the pregnancy seemed to go on a long time. The birth was very challenging. And yet, in the final weeks of her whole situation, she came, and this tool gave her comfort and the baby comfort while still inside Mommy. So a big shout out to a new little being, Brady Kenneth, and congratulations to Dawn and Patrick and the entire clan on all sides. I know from coast to coast you have people cheering you on, and just best of luck. And I'm so sorry I couldn't stay to give that baby a hug, but it was time to return back home. So here's some of the things that I saw and learned in New Jersey. Well, first of all, I have to tell you, some of you will be needing to reach out to me and wanting to reach out to me after this show goes off the air. I hope I remember to tell you a few times how you can do it. Number one, go to my website. There's a way to message me right on the website, and that is Higher, H-I-E-R, Consciousness, CONSCIOUSNESS, higherconsciousness.com. So I look forward to having you reach out to me that way. If push comes to shove, you're certainly welcome to email me at Elaine, E-L-A-I-N-E, M as in Mary, B as in boy, 320 at gmail.com. Once again, Elaine, E-L-A-I-N-E, M as in Mary, B as in boy, 320 at gmail.com. For those of you who are actually in the South Florida area, Melbourne particularly, which is where I live, I'm beginning to conjure up some classes, certainly on the galactic calendar. I did teach it when I was up in New Jersey, and I know some people down here are hungry to learn how do you interpret this thing and what's it all about. So I will be doing that. And those of you who live between Melbourne and South all the way down to Boca, I do go traveling down there for consultations and lectures, so keep in touch. So let me give you some of the things that, that I saw and observed and kind of chewed on up in the Jersey area. First of all, because I drove, it's a blessing. It's a great gift sometimes to drive when you have the energy. I did think I was going to be there for about 2 weeks to 10 days. Obviously, it didn't happen because there is so much energy there, and there are so many people that recognize now the old modalities, the old systems cannot and do not serve them. The old systems are not making them well, they're making them sicker. So when a new system and a new kid comes back into town, it's quite wonderful. It's really quite a wonderful thing for myself and for themselves. So as I hit the New Jersey Turnpike coming in, there was definitely a change of frequency. And it took me a few days to adjust to the change of frequency. I actually felt I had landed on some very unusual planet. The system was fraught with a sensation of